Hello, my friends, and welcome to the new base of operations. Yes, feels good having an upgraded OS, let me tell you. This is somewhat of a retake because a lot of complications were going on during the previous recording, and I threw that one out. As you can tell, it was highlighted through my recycling bin. So here it is, the update you've been waiting for about what I've been doing and what you've been seeing. And as you can tell, I have a couple of Steam games that I decided to put back on to the list of games that I wanted to do but never really tried to do because of my old rig, my old setup on my old OS rig setup. It's on a new setup, so now it can run certain games. It still can't run Yakuza for some reason, but that's okay. Because, well, for one thing, if it can't run every game, that's okay. If it can run certain games, then it's still okay. That means I can stream something. More often than not, I can stream something. If I sound tired, I am tired. We had a whole week of hearing this one alarm go off, and this one alarm keeps saying low battery, low battery, low battery, beep, low battery, low battery. It drives me nuts. So here's the thing. We got new batteries into that son of a bitch. Let me tell you, it was such a relief just hearing that thing be quiet. Only because of one thing. You can't cook. It ain't gonna work. Seriously, it's just not gonna work. So what you see here is, it is what it is. So let me show you what I did as far as what I have been doing since trying to get back in the swing of things, because my god, I got a lot of projects that need to be played up to the nines. So what you see here is 5 gigs worth of Super Nintendo games. This is what I showed in the last part, but this is what I'm showing right now. That we got this is 5 gigs worth of Nintendo games. And this is like all the stuff I did in the past, like Sailor Moon and Their Stories, all the Sailor Moon games I've done in the past. Dracula X, Shojiku Yosai Macross Scramble Valkyrie, Congo's Caper, Cyborg 009, Cybernator, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, a whole mess of Final Fantasy 5, 4, and 6. A whole mess of Fire Emblem Thracia 776, Seisen, and Seisen no Kaifu. A whole bunch of Goemon games, like Boko no Danza ni Natario Kira Kira Dochu, Kitaretsu Shogun Maganetsu, otherwise known as Legend of the Mystical Ninja. Number 3, Shishi Durokube no Karakuri Manji Gatame. Oh, another game I recently got patched and I might consider doing. Growth or De-Evolution. Now I remember Big did that on his stream once, and I don't know, he lost interest in it, so I might just pick that up just because, well, it's one of those games that are deemedly interesting, and well, I like games that are deemedly interesting. Yeah, a whole lot of stuff that you have seen in the past. Yeah, this is everything. So, as I mentioned this, but it never got through because somebody was yelling or whining or something like that. I recently did a this is a fan translated version of Uchi no Kishi Tekken Played. And I recently finished recording that. Like I said, it was fan translated. I put cheats on just because, yeah, the game can really just troll you just because it is what it is. Boy, that, I mean, you think that's on? I mean, there's a hack of Arcana I put on, which is called Seal of Rinsala. It basically is an improvement mod to the game, to where it fixes the experience. The experience drops and whatnot. So it does change a bit. So as you can tell, these are all the games that I still have. And for what it's worth, I plan to do a lot more of these games. Now see, these are all the games that I currently downloaded as a ROM set. Now this here is a entirely freaking ROM set. And as you can tell, these are all the games from the ROM set. And they're all a mismatch of English and Japanese. So if you can't read all of this, I'm sorry, but I'm just skimming through every one of these. And if you can hear the fan in the background, it has been really hot over here. And to those who feel the pain of the heat, I feel for you guys. Seriously, I do. I really do. So, I think most of what I have here is basically all of Super Nintendo and Famicom. Most being in Japan, English, and US. So that's a lot. So that's one of the things I downloaded during the time that I've been doing a lot of say, yes, I have the Romancing Saga trilogy. I might do Saga one of these days. Not soon enough, but one of these days. I have Princess Minerva back in English translation. I had to download a patch and work that out. A friend of mine, which he does fan translations. His recent translation I actually showed on my channel, City Hunter. Filler, he's doing a let's play and a bit of a compare and contrast of his translation script versus the game in the Pachyo-kun series. Have to mention that because it is very interesting. Because really, how many people actually know anything about pachinko? I mean, that's what the series is about, pachinko. And he's done rather interesting take of the series. And you know, it's worth a shout out, you know. So that's basically all all of Nintendo, I mean all of Super Nintendo, that basically I did since last night. Another thing we're going to show is what I got for Nintendo here. Now what I got for Nintendo, basically all the games that are fit to print. And again, I'm sorry if I'm skimming through all of this. Because mostly it's like 655 games. 655 games, people. That's a lot of games. And most of them, they are basically, excuse me for the going, but they are basically all of the games that ever been released of the, I believe all the US games that ever been released on Nintendo. Whether we got them or not, they're all released. That's another ROM set I downloaded this morning. Another one I actually downloaded this morning. And I had to go through my emulators. Yeah, as you see, these are all my emulators right here, in which I basically put in here, because after all this, I'm like, well, they don't need to be all round and everything. They need to be put into a folder. So I have Dolphin. This version of Dolphin, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna use this mainly for Let's Plays. I've used the other version of Dolphin right here. This is the one for testing. This is the one I use for testing. X64 version 0.5. Even though its update itself is not fully update. So this is the one I'll be using, the 3.5, because it gives me a little more option than the 5.0. And sometimes it is a strange beast, like I said. Decime, I'll basically use it like this, in which I'm just going to basically show it to you like so. As we boot up Decime, Decime is going to look like this. This is how it's going to look for all future DS games. It's not going to be top to bottom, but it's going to be side to side. I think it sounds better when it's side to side anyway. So for DS games, they're all going to be like, say, this. Oh, let's open this up like so. This is how the DS. This is how DS Let's Play is going. This is how all future DS Let's Plays are going to be. They're not going to be like. You can hear it sounds so much better. So it's going to be like this. Plus, I don't have to worry about this. All I have to do is like do a capture screen of this, of all this right here. So maybe you can see my mouse, but it's gonna be from here to here. So it's gonna be like that. That's how it's gonna look for the future of DS Let's Play. So that means, yeah, I'm going back to Chrono Trigger. Going back to Chrono Trigger. And for this, well, Fusion is what it is, but it's going to sound a lot better since it's on a different system. Oh yeah, another game I recently got working is Moldarian. the Sisters of Light and Darkness. It is a Game Gear game, so I am definitely going to be playing a game. I'm definitely going to add Game Gear to the mix because Game Gear don't get enough love, and I'll most likely be using this. If not, I'll be using Gens. For the most part, that I'm showing, yes, I am showing everything that I'm going to be using. So like I said, I'll be using for either I see myself using Gens more than Fusion, or rather Kega, but still I will be using Gens a lot. And like I said, I'll be going back to games like Phantasy Star 3 and Rent a Hero because those were the only two Genesis games I had working for Let's Plays. Oh yeah, as well as Shining in the Darkness. Suffice to say, I've been doing quite a bit of testing and running, and like I said, a lot of my Let's Plays are kind of slowed down because of the process, just to make sure that everything is running smoothly. Now, like I said, there's a lot that I actually been showing as far as emulators are concerned. Another one that I will more likely throw back into the fire, or not rather throw back into the fire per se, but what will be going back to active duty will be this, the PCS X2. And as you can see, I have been making sure that everything sounds okay. As long as it sounds okay, so it won't be as loud, but I will make it just feasibly loud enough for me to still do commentary, and so I can read everything. As far as everything else is concerned, says it's recommended, but yeah, I'm basically just messing with stuff as you see fit. To whatever seem good and sound good and will work itself to the best of its ability, that's what I'm using. So, not really doing much anything else as far as what I've been doing with this emulator. But for PS1, this is the go. Well, this might not be the go-to, but let me see if I can run an ISO. Most of my ISOs are going to be most of my ISOs are going to be from not here. No, they're actually going to be coming from this. I'll be using PSX mainly for all the games that I've already played with. And just to show you how many I have so far, yes, I have Arc 1, 2, Brave Fencer Musashi, Super Robot Tyson, Alpha Gaiden, fan translated, Tales of Destiny, Tales of Eternia, Tales of Fantasia, and Xenogears. Those are the only Those are the only games I've been working on because I was working on this and this before the change. So technically, it's just been like that. So if I might use this, I might use this for saying I need a backup just in case. I might use this. If not that, I shall use the older one, the 1.6. If that don't work, well, I will definitely go to EPS6E on this one, and just take it from there. But of course, I'm gonna make sure it runs. As for Dreamcast, this is what I still have, and I really should just do this right now because why not? Just to extract the files, put it right, yeah. Put it right here, yeah. Just like that, yeah. Just like that, oh, yeah. Just like that. So as you can tell, it's like a whole... The Dreamcast is like a separate beast altogether, let me tell you. And how I managed to understand it, yeah, that's a trick upon itself. Now another one that I plan to bring back into the fold is the Game Boy, and this is the Game Boy Advance 1.7. And as you can tell, I have Lock and Chase and the Sword of Hope series, but guess what? I got 1,483 Game Boy ROMs to mull over. So that means a whole mess of what the fuck am I doing playing these games? So there's a lot. If anybody wants to, basically, and I do mean anybody, if anybody wants to request for a spot for the Chest of Obscurity, you may do so. You may do so. Just don't go about saying you want something terrible. At least have some decency about yourself with your selection. Don't just say, "Oh, I want to see this. I want to see this." Don't just say you want to see something shitty. It's been done to death. Please, let's have some class around here. At least a little bit of class. Por favor, kudasai. Arigato, gracias. Merci beaucoup. And all that, I say thank you for that. Please and thank you. But yeah, it's 23 gigs, nothing but emulators. Here is 3.82 gigs for this. 34 gigs for this. Oh, and we haven't even gotten into the hacks. The hacks are like 4 gigs right there. And the last thing I did last night was put my music back on my media player. And most of my music is basically on CD. Because like I said, I'd rather have something physical just in case I can't find the tracks again online. Because that can happen. But at the very least, I still have my video converter. And for what it's worth, if ever I do any kind of big project to where I had to put something together, basically, I can do that with my video converter. Just put them all together. And if need be, convert, put them all together and whatnot. Another thing that I managed to do, and I had never tried this before, and this is a new concept brought to my attention because I checked it out. is that I can actually double record my stuff. If I'm not doing it straight from recording off the game screen and I'm recording off the desktop here, then technically I can double record it. So let's say I'm making a video and I'm doing a secondary file, which is an audio file. It turns to an MP3. That was the coolest thing ever known. So that means, guess what? Even if I'm doing some voice projects, that also means I'm making a voice project at the same time I'm doing a video. And it's like this, I read like a script or something like that. And I can read the script and actually make an MP3 file of it. And send the MP3 file, rename it of course, upload it, or send it, or however I'm going to do it. Boom. And then I can toss the video file. So that means all those old files I had, those blooper files, yeah, they're all gone. All that mess I did, they're all gone. So yeah, not like excuse me, not like I'm losing any sleep over it, really. And I'm really not. I'm really not losing any sleep over it, because I'm actually glad that, regardless of what I had to pay to do that, even though I really shouldn't have done so, but you know, fuck it. It's my computer. I had to do what I had to do at the time. So, like I said, oh, did I show my Magic Engine? Yes, Magic Engine. Yeah, let me show you Magic Engine. Magic Engine is still, it is what it is, and I still have what I had before. Oh boy, I'm gonna have quite some time trying to get back into the swing of things, let me tell you. Magic Engine is still Magic Engine because it's Magic Engine, otherwise known as TurboGrafx. TurboGrafx is still what it is. And I still have to set up my buttons. So I'm making sure all my buttons are where they should be. So it's still good. It's still all good. I can still run things the way I need to run. As far as that is concerned, I might as well just set up my stuff on here. There you go. That's my Magic Engine. My TurboGrafx emulator. I hardly ever use my TurboGrafx emulator because, you know, I feel, you know, that's something like specialty. So I'm back to what I had before, but I can easily get those other two games. I can easily get those other two games because they were both English translated, just like Get Keisha Boy was fan translated. I had two other games, which was basically the Tower of Druaga and Bubblegum Crash. They were both fan translated. Another one I also had was My Sony Koku. But I think if I'm going back to doing what I did before, originally I was going to do Bomberman on here. and I might do Bomberman in the future, just because I owe I owe something to my feature of Bomberman, because it was at one point an anime. So we still got MAME, and MAME is still MAME. But yeah, for the most part, for SNES, I'm going to use SNES 9X 1.53 and ZNES. So between those two, I am still going to use that. I'm still going to be using VNES for most of my NES Let's Plays, and or JNES. But for most of what I'm working on and through my testing, it seems I'm good to go, and pretty much, if I'm quiet for the next couple of days, only because I'm playing catch up with my older games that I pretty much had on the channel. But since the transfer, all the data was lost because, well, my account was being hacked because I had a 7 machine. So for the most part, yeah, you see here everything that I have, including my patch right here. Believe it or not, this is a patch. This is Lunar IPS. So that's why it's called LIPS, Lunar IPS. That's why I use to patch some games into English. Now, if I don't know how to patch all the games, that's why I have Ninja for. If not that, then guess what? I'm gonna get it patched. But for the most part, yeah, this is what I'm currently doing. Basically, getting everything back on track. Since I got the time and basically the energy, when I got the energy, rather. The summer has really just whipped my ass ever since July. Actually, ever since July started. And being as I've been so busy between AX and voice acting and making my appointments, yeah, I've been really busy. Like I said, family, as far as that's concerned. Drama, I can care less about the drama that's going on. And even with the old man, I can say, you know what? No, we ain't doing that. Not doing that. I don't feel like it. Even if he whines and complains, I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing that. You're going to have to calm yourself down, because it's not going to help you. So yeah, I am with and without chill. So what I'm going to do here is, after I put this up, then I'm going to put up Uchino no Kishi taking it. Oh, another thing that I was working on. I've been working on it's somewhat of a Let's Play, not much of a Let's Play, because not really set in stone if I'm going to use the Steam version or get the PS4 version. I'm thinking I might get the PS4 version. But one game I tried out during my testing is Shyness the Lightning Kingdom. So I do have that in backlog. It's just one video. It's just to show you how it is and how long I basically did it for. So, like I said, it might be a future Let's Play, it might not be. But please give me your feedback about it. Maybe you might be the deciding factor in what could be the next great Let's Play for this channel. Who's to say? But what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to stop this video. And speaking of videos, that's one of my videos that just happened to tip over. My Xenon video. I might just do that tomorrow. Just have a day and just watch some anime and whatnot. Maybe do some reviews. Write up some reviews. I don't know. But with that said, I'm basically going to call it a night or a morning. Take your pick. And I shall see you sometime later with more great Let's Plays. Like I said, I still have PS4 Let's Plays in reserve, so they're coming out. Some closer to ending more than others, and some more in continuation more than others. So, yeah, I'll see you next time for more great content. Until then, I've been your friendly neighborhood Tenkaichi, PI7, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.